Welcome back, my fellow Chibits, to the weekly Chibit questions. Hopefully all of you are having a very good day, no matter where you live, no matter what time it is. I wish you a very good day. And so with that being said, it is now kind of almost in the middle of January 2018. The new year is quickly already fully underway, and, I'm just going to ask a quick question before I begin, answering your guys' questions. How is, school? How is work? How is your daily life right now? Because, with, the holidays basically being over now, everybody's now getting back into gear what they normally do. They're either going back to work, they're going back to school, or, they're going back to college. They're doing all sorts of things. And so, how is it? Hopefully all of you are having a good time, and hopefully all of you stay happy. So anyways, let us begin. So, this first question I'm going to be answering, I actually mentioned this question in the last Chibit questions, and I said that this question would be basically to be continued. I would answer it when I actually had a good question or an answer to the question. So basically, let me reread it. If you were in our position, what question would you ask yourself and how would you answer it? So that was the question I was asked last week, and I didn't really give a proper answer because I really didn't know, and it took me some time to really think about what would be a good answer to that question. So, over the many years now since I've been doing YouTube, there has always been a question that has popped up every so often. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen every so often. I've even seen it in the past week, and I guess it is a very good question to kind of answer, since many of you might be aware of it by now, even without me saying anything, but it is something to kind of clarify. So the question I would ask if I was in your guys' position, Chibi, why do you mess up some words? Why do you mess up "th" and "the"? Why do you mess up those words? Why do you mess up words with "th" or "fh"? Why is that? Well, this may come as a surprise, maybe not for some of you, but I actually have a speech impediment. It's very hard for me to say "the" and "th." It's always been a big thing, and anything with like "h" in it, "th" or, "f" or "fh" or whatever, it's very hard. It's really hard. It's not that, I don't know how to say it, it's very hard for some reason. I have a speech impediment and I just can't do it properly. So, yeah, that's to answer a long-term question. It's been around for a while now since I actually first started YouTube. I've seen it every so often. Just giving some clarification if none of you are aware, and you've always wanted that for a very long time. So anyways, let's carry on to the new Chibit questions. Do you think there will be another series with the same animation style as Monogatari? Yes, there will be, because let me explain why. Studio Shaft. Ever since they made the Monogatari series, they've always adapted that style from Monogatari into their new series. So Studio Shaft will always give us a Monogatari style art and animation. What is your favorite villain in One Piece? Oh, that's a very easy question. I would say Doflamingo, Don Quixote, Doflamingo. He's easily one of my favorites, just because of his design, but also his backstory and all that, to the fight with Luffy and stuff, to everything else he did, the law. He's easily one of my favorite villains. Now, that could easily be changed depending on the upcoming villains and how, what goes on with Katakuri and stuff. But for now, though, my favorite One Piece villain is easily Doflamingo. Hey, Chibi, what are your thoughts about Gaijin Goomba? I know about Gaijin Goomba. I don't watch a lot of his content, but I do know about him, and I do say I think he's a pretty cool dude. I think he's a really good content creator, and I do like some of the stuff I have watched of him. I do like his content, so he's a cool dude. Where's the Black Clover reviews? Have I not answered this question? I believe I answered this on maybe Twitter, maybe not Chibit questions. Well, regardless, though, I have actually heard this question asked a lot recently in the comments section, so you know what? Let me go out of my way and answer it. So, what happened to the Black Clover reviews? Well, I dropped it. It got very boring to me because the way Studio Clown was animating it, it was atrocious. I mean, the voice acting honestly didn't even bug me anymore, and that wasn't a big issue. I just couldn't stand it anymore because we were at episode 4 and 5, and Studio Clown were already having like 5-minute recaps. That just, no, I can't deal with that. I legit, I can't deal with that. I cannot deal with a anime having 5-minute recaps and we're only like 5 to 6 episodes in. That's just atrocious. You shouldn't do that. And the only reason why, Studio Clown was doing that was because it's going to be a 50-episode series. But even then, though, it's going to have 50 episodes, there is enough content with the manga for them to have a good, decent pace. But they're not trying to do that at all. So I just don't like the Black Clover anime, and that's why I dropped it. It just got boring to me. It felt like a chore every single week. Once you finish DDLC, won't you make a video of you reacting to Chibits sending you some quality DDLC memes in Twitter? Have a wonderful day. When nobody chooses your route because everyone goes for the purple bin. Okay, that's a pretty relevant meme. I gotta give you that. So, FYI, what DDLC is, that is Doki Doki Literature Club. Just an FYI, if you don't know what that stands for. But, would I do a video reacting to Chiba sending me quality memes to the series? Maybe. Maybe. I know there's a lot of memes out there for it. Maybe. That's a potential possibility. It would definitely be a spoilerish video, but maybe. That does sound like a thing I could possibly do. Yeah. Would you guys like that? Would you guys like me to do something like that when I finish the series? Of all the things someone can make with a potato, what is your favorite way of eating them? Potato chips. Chibi, did you ever get around to watching Heaven's Feel? Or are you waiting for the entire trilogy to be out? Okay, so similar to how I answered the Tokyo Ghoul live-action movie, that question I was asked last week, it's my same, answer to this question. So to clarify, the Heaven's Feel movie, when it did come out and all that, it came out in the theaters that was like 2 to 3 hours from here, and I'm not traveling that far just to watch a movie. I'm not. I refuse to do that. I'm sorry. It's just not me. I'm going to save gas. I'm not doing that. So, basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for Heaven's Feel to come out for I can buy it or, watch it somewhere, because for now, I'm not going to go and drive 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours just to watch a movie. I just refuse to. And it's not even the full Heaven's Feel experience, which I'm happy it isn't, because I'm glad the series or the Heaven's Feel route is being spread out between 3 movies, but I'm not going that far just to watch one portion of Heaven's Feel and, waste all that gas and money. So, I'm just being honest here. I've yet to see it. I do want to watch it. I will talk about it when I do sit down and watch it. Similar to my question, how I answered, the Tokyo Ghoul live-action movie. Same thing. I will definitely talk about it when I finally do get to sit down and watch them. Will you read my one-shot? Sure. I mean, when I have some time, I'll read your one-shot. I have no problem with that. If you had to interact with an anime villain, which one would you pick? Now, majority of the anime villains I like, they would probably kill me on sight. I mean, a couple that come to mind is like, Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter, to Meruem from, Hunter x Hunter, to, let's see, I like Doflamingo from, One Piece. I really like, Johan from Monster. I mean, there's some really good villains. I mean, Griffith from Berserk. There's a lot of villains I like, but when I really think about it, all the villains I do like, if I was able to interact with them, I'd probably die. So, basically, you're asking me, which villain do I want to die to? That might as well be the question you're asking right now. Now, if death was off the table, okay, let's just say that was off the table and I didn't have a chance of dying, which villain would I want to talk to? I would say Griffith. I would really want to know what makes that man tick. I would really want to know more about him and all that. So, yeah, I would say I would want to interact with Griffith from Berserk. Would you rather rap in front of a stadium of 100,000 people or have One Piece, Boku no Hero Academia, Berserk, and Tokyo Ghoul all be canceled? No rushed ending, just canned. P.S. You have to rap 4 full songs, no trick involved. Okay. So you're telling me I'm going to have to rap in front of 100,000 people, so it's a big live audience stadium. And if I don't rap and do 4 songs in a row, which I probably don't have the endurance for that, but, even let's say I had the endurance to rap 4 songs, okay, in a row. 100,000 people. And if I don't do it, 4 of my favorite series get canceled. They don't even get a rushed ending. They don't even get the, the bleach treatment. They just get canceled. So, which one would I choose? Well, I would probably choose the rap in front of 100,000 people. But I want to tell you right now, that would be a nightmare. That would legit be a nightmare. In some ways, I might break down and just want to cancel all 4 series, because let me kind of explain something. I may be a content creator. I may be able to say some very embarrassing things on these videos, and it's taken me a long time to be able to get to that point where I could talk about things that personal and just joke around like that. But when it comes to real life, I'm a very, very, very shy individual. I am. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a shy individual, and I'm one of those quiet people, basically, amongst the crowd. And if I was to go into a stadium and having to rap in front of 100,000 people, I'm going to assume they're you guys, you fellow Chibits, but let's just say they're random people. Oh, even then, even if it was you guys, or even if it was random people, I don't know. Like, that would be nightmare fuel, because I don't like being in front of a podium or a mic or whatever, that, like, in front of that many people, especially on, like, a stadium, I get stage fright. I remember a long time ago when I had to do that for my school when I was going to school in high school. I had to do a big speech, and I remember I just got the shakes. I managed to deliver the speech, but I was really, really nervous. I remember having the shakes in my legs and stuff, so, I get stage fright. I legit do, so... Oh, man, that would be a nightmare. That would be a legit nightmare to, you know, do that. 4 songs, too. So, even if I was to choose the 100,000 people, I don't think I personally have the endurance to rap for 4 full songs. I mean, I don't even really know how to rap. So, I mean, it'd be bad. It would be atrocious. It would be really bad. I know a lot of people laugh at me. I know I would have a lot of memes made about me. I know for a fact it would just be a joke amongst everybody. I would still probably do that, because I wouldn't want 4 great series to get canceled, because I'd rather take the L than everybody else take an L as well, because, I mean, if those 4 series get canceled, it's not just me that gets hurt, it's so many people out there. So, when I take a moment to think about it, do I take the blow, do I take the knee, and just, you know, like, lay down on my stomach, you know, get kicked to the ground, or do I let everybody basically get kicked to the ground? So, you know what? I'll take the L. I'll do 100,000 people. I'll rap. I'll rap in front of 100,000 people. Is this a question? Technically, yes, it is. Chibi, please let me know your thoughts on this situation. It would mean a lot. Please investigate claims for sexual misconduct and other alleged problems surrounding Anime Matsuri. It's time to put the rumors to rest and get actual answers. Investigate Anime Matsuri. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I don't really go to Anime Matsuri or whatever. I don't know what happened, so I don't know if I am really the one to talk about when it comes to this, but, hopefully whatever is going on, it does get looked into. I don't know anything about this situation. So how far are you in Ultra Sun / Ultra Moon, and what did you think of the story? I really enjoyed Lily's character, Gladion, and Hal as well. I have yet to finish my Ultra Moon game, and the reason for that is not because I haven't been playing it. I've actually just been in the Wonder Trades a lot. I've been doing a lot of Wonder Trading and, you know, GTS, so that's what I've mainly been doing with my Pokemon game since I got it. Thank you so much for the Chibi that sent it to me, by the way. I do truly appreciate that, but I've been mainly just doing GTS and Wonder Trade, and I'm trying to get, like, everything ready, get my entire Pokédex kind of completed before I even finish the game. Just yesterday, actually, I traded a Shuckle for a Dialga. That's what I managed to trade for. I got a Dialga for a Shuckle, and so I was very, very happy about that. I was like, yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, I've been having a fun time with it. I haven't finished it. I do know the story's a little bit different. I'm on the second island right now, and like I said, I've been doing nothing but Wonder Trading and GTS. What VN or light novel would you love to be animated? My choice would be the proper adaptation of Moe Love, both Extra and Alter. Screw the Total Eclipse adaptation. Visual novel or light novel? I would say Katawa Sojo. Not Katawa Sojo, I would say Saya no Uta. Most likely Saya no Uta, but that would probably be censored so bad. See, if I could see it be animated, it would be a proper, you said proper adaptation. You know what? Give me a Saya no Uta adaptation. That's what I want. A Saya no Uta. And if you've ever played that game, you know probably why I want that animated. And if you haven't played it, if you're not over 18, do not play that game. If you're not, because that's a pretty graphic visual novel. And it's a good one. I like it, but it's pretty graphic. If you could put one character in Kaneki's shoes, who would it be? I would want to put Natsu from Fairy Tail in Kaneki's shoes. I would like to see that man squirm. I would really love to see Natsu squirm through the troubles and hardships that Kaneki had to go through. I would say Natsu. I would put Natsu in Kaneki's shoes. If you had to go through all the stuff that Kaneki went through throughout the journey so far in the series, Natsu. I'd like to see how much he would change. What do you love about your job? Probably my favorite part about, you know, doing YouTube is most likely being able to communicate with all of you. Being able to share and upload my thoughts on how I feel about things and communicating with all of you guys has truly bring me bliss and happiness. So, that's probably it. How do you feel about watching a series when you already read the manga / light novel? I always find it difficult to watch the anime since I already know what is going to happen. By the way, I hope you have a great day. Okay, you have a great day as well, and that goes to all of you out there. How do I feel about watching series I've already seen? So, basically, let's take a recent example. Let's look at Boku no Hero or Overlord. Usually, the reason why I actually watch shows, even if I've already seen the original source, is because I like to see how it's adapted. I like to see how it's animated, because if I read a manga, or I read a light novel, even though it probably has a lot better details and stuff, or maybe better artwork than the anime, I still love to see it animated, because I want to hear that music, I want to hear that voice acting, and I want to see how it's brought to life, and that's one of the big reasons why I tend to love adaptations if they're done right. And so, yeah, even though, you know, many might find it difficult to watch an anime if you already know what's going to happen, I think the experience of what makes it so good is just seeing how they interpret the series and they animate it, and also seeing newcomers to the series and how they react to the content as well. Chibi, are you planning to play this game when it comes out? Code Vein. Oh yes, it's like a part of my top 5 games I'm looking forward to playing for 2018. I mean, just today, actually, some really good news happened. If you haven't heard, Dark Souls 1 is getting remastered. It's coming to a bunch of different consoles, so that's definitely in my top 5 games I'm looking forward to. But that's Code Vein, Sea of Thieves, Monster Hunter, or Monster Hunter World's coming out in, you know, about a week and a half or so, to, you know, the Dragon Ball Z Fighters game, to the Sora Online game, to the One, you know, Piece World Seeker game. I mean, there's a lot of good games I'm looking forward to this year, and there's probably many others I'm not thinking about right now. So, I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to Code Vein, and it's a part of many games I'm looking forward to this year. It's going to be a good year of gaming. Rumor territory. Did you know Dragon Ball Super might go on hiatus when the Tournament of Power arc ends? I believe it's reasonable because of the new movie. I have heard this rumor. I think I've actually talked about this already in a separate episode review, but it does sound like a possibility, but I don't believe it's going to be necessarily a hiatus. Maybe a actual time skip might happen. Let me explain why. If you were unaware, the events of Dragon Ball Super takes place before the events at the end of Dragon Ball Z. And what I'm talking about is that final episode, when Goku was fighting Oob and all that, and he took Oob off to go train him. Those events are set after the events of Dragon Ball Super. And so, I believe if Toei really wants to kind of finally move on and not be bounded by that restriction at the end of Z, they could potentially have a time skip to go back to that final episode of Dragon Ball Z, reanimate it, do something different, they need to retcon anything, and then we move on with the story, with Oob and all that, his journey, why Goku wore the blue outfit and all that, you know, there's many things. And so, I could definitely see maybe Dragon Ball Super having a time skip, but I don't think it's going to go on a full-blown hiatus. It's just doing too well right now at the moment for them to basically end it anytime soon. I would say Dragon Ball Super might end in maybe another 2 years from now, but I don't believe it's going to end after Tournament of Power. There's just too much left to be explained. Which one of the Blend-esque girls would you pick? Oh, the one that's the sadist. I saw that opening song with, like, the sadist sing, and I'm like, she's my girl. If there ever was an animation like an anime of Doki Doki Literature Club, would you watch it? Oh yes, 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 yes. The only reason why I really love Doki Doki right now, it does have a really good engaging story, but I love the theme of Doki Doki. It has that very dark and thought-provoking story, and that is why I'm loving it so much. So if it ever received an anime, oh yeah, you can bet I would actually watch the anime. I really would hope it would be done well too, because the game is just so good. Chibi, have you read Goblin Slayer? It's a surprisingly entertaining manga that's been coming out for a while. Extremely dark and edgy, but also very humorous and interesting. I recommend it if you haven't checked it out yet. This isn't the first time I have actually heard Goblin Slayer mentioned to me. I think I might have talked about it a few times in previous Chibi questions. I think someone recommended it to me. But, it has been recommended. I have been told about it. I am aware of the series, and I have heard it's pretty good. I have heard many things about it that's a really good series, and it is something that I do want to read one day. I do want to read it. I definitely want to read it, but there's just so many things out there that I need to read first. Like, I need to get back on that horse with Tower of God. I need to get back on that horse with Kingdom, and there's quite a few series I need to start reviewing again. So, before I start something new like Goblin Slayer, which I know is going to be good, I'm not going to doubt that, I need to get back on the horse with other series first. Yo, Chibi, have you heard that Yojo Senki Saga of Tanya the Evil is getting a movie, and apparently it's a sequel, and if so, what are your thoughts? I have heard about this, I saw that a couple of days ago, and I was like, this is incredible news. It's really good news to see, because, I mean, Saga of Tanya the Evil was a really good, you know, anime. I like the anime. It was definitely one of my favorites from last year, and so seeing it actually getting a sequel for a movie, that can only make me assume something. I'm assuming that whatever's going to happen in the sequel movie is probably very, very, very explicit. And it's going to be something that, you know, is not meant for anime, like TV anime audience. So, I'm going to assume they're going to have more freedom with the movie, which I'm looking forward to, because usually when it comes to movie adaptations, depending on how they're done, especially if they're sequels, they could be very good. And so I am looking forward to it, and I'm pretty hyped up for it. Ever played Persona 5? Just beat it today, and it's a 10 out of 10. Recommend it for the strong characters. Personally, I haven't actually played it. I haven't played it because I was wanting to stream it, and then I found out that there was, like, rules against streaming it. You could only stream up to a certain day. So I was like, that's kind of stupid. So I kind of waited until finally those, like, you know, rules were less restrict to finally stream it. And over time, I just eventually just kind of put it to the side and let it collect dust. I have yet to really play it. I've heard it's a really good game. I do own it. I should definitely play it, because I have heard so many good things about Persona 5. Looking at the positive feedback from Doki Doki series, do you consider doing some other visual novel playthrough after it? I'd like some recommendations too, since I just got into these kind of games. By the way, just started Katawa Shoujo, and it's pretty good. Okay, so since you're starting Katawa, Shoujo, I recommend Sai no Uta. Very, very, very good visual novel. If not that, I say Sonohara. Obviously, those two visual novels are just recommended. They're not for anyone under the age of 18, because they are some pretty graphic series. That's all I'm gonna say. Just wanted to say hi, Chibi. I can show you the way. I know this ain't a question. But as soon as I was scrolling through the Twitter feed looking for questions and I saw this, I just couldn't help it. I couldn't help just having this in this video. It was too good to me. It's just too good. This just it's a good one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for posting this. This gave me a good laugh. I know this is my second question, but you can skip the first one. If an American managed to get his series in Shonen Jump, would you review it? Yeah, definitely. But it wouldn't, exempt him from, I guess criticism, me criticizing his series if it's good or bad. But if an American got a series put in Shonen Jump, no joke, I would definitely go out of my way to read that, because that's a rare thing. It's a very rare thing to see something like that done, and I would love it. I would really love if that happened. So, yeah, I would definitely, give it a shot, see if I like it, but, if it would be good, I don't know. How are you? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Hopefully you're having a very good day, and all of you out there having a very good day too. Did you like the Smite World Championship? I liked it. There were some parts that kind of annoyed me, but overall, I did like the Smite World Championship. I did like seeing Amaterasu so much in, the SWC. I was very surprised about that, because Ama's early game really isn't that good. Even though she's my favorite god, she's my main, I know Ama is definitely not one of the best warriors, and I was just very happy to see her a part of, the SWC, and I was also able to see some Dodgy here and there, even though the Dodgy didn't do really well in the Smite World Championship, what I saw. But I was really happy to see Dodgy, I was really happy to see Ama, I was just really happy with some of the gods that were selected. But overall, though, from after watching the SWC, the SPL, and all of that, I dare say that Ul needs a nerf. Ul definitely needs a freaking nerf, because after watching the different, streams for Twitch and all, what Hi-Rez was doing, I was like, Ul needs a nerf, Raijin needs a nerf. They're both broken. They're really broken. They're both really, really broken. So, yeah. Did you know that the original Earthchan meme's point was to make fun of people who still think the Earth is flat? What do you think, Chibi? Is Earthchan flat? Sahara Desert, Mount Everest, Whole of Siberia, Amazon rainforest, Kurubera Cave. Okay, so that, okay. I was not aware of the fact that the reason why Earthchan memes even happened was because people wanted to prove that Earth was not flat. I was unaware of that, I want to be honest, but, this right here, this is a quality Earthchan meme. Not even gonna lie, this is quality. This is legit quality. Do you know the way? I know the way, brother! Spit on the fake queen. Do you hate you getting so many questions? No, that never bugs me getting a lot of questions. Actually, it makes me happy to see so many be asking questions. What is your Overwatch main? I don't play a lot of Overwatch, but my main, when I do play it, it would either be Mercy or Diva. Those are usually the two heroes I select. Do you sometimes forget too? Wait, you're still in Jump? Yep, January. You know what? I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of this. Not gonna lie. Even though I love Hunter x Hunter, it's a great series, I'm guilty of this. I do forget from time to time that Hunter x Hunter is even a thing, because of how often it is on hiatus. Remastered and portable. Does this make you interested in a Switch? Dark Souls Remastered 5/25/2018. Yes and no. Let me explain. It's coming out on Xbox. It's coming out enhanced on the Xbox One X, which I own. And so, since I have an Xbox One X, and obviously it's a really good console from what I played of it, and I'm not saying it's better than everything else, because I'm not getting into console wars. I refuse to do that. But, since I already have an Xbox One X, it has 4K and all that, I'm going to obviously buy it for Xbox One. That's what I want to be doing. I want to probably buy Dark Souls Rematch on my Xbox One before I can play it on my X. And even though it's interesting to see Dark Souls coming to the Switch, that is a very interesting thing to see. That is not a reason for me to pick up Switch. When I do pick up Switch, it's probably going to be for the Pokemon games when they do start coming out. I really like your Nier Automata gameplay videos. Do you have any plans to do Monster Hunter World live streams when it is released? I don't know. That's up for debate. I don't really know if I'll do a Monster Hunter World live streams. I might just play the game on my own, but, it is something I want to be getting and playing. I am looking forward to playing Monster Hunter. Hi, Chibi. Simple question this time. Who is Best Girl and why is it Monica? You are dead wrong, because, Best Girl is Rope-chan. Hi, Chibi. If you imagine yourself as a gym in Hoseki no Kuni, which gym would you be? I'd like to be Emerald. Hey, Chibi, how do you think the Marineford arc would be if Big Mom pirates and all the impelled down prisoners were there instead of the old Whitebeard pirates? I don't know. I mean, Whitebeard's ability was insane. So, I don't really know. We need to see more of Big Mom before I can really make a proper answer to this. I would say it probably wouldn't have gone down as crazy as what happened to the Whitebeard pirates, but it'd definitely be interesting to see. We don't have enough information on Big Mom's, overall group for us to really determine who would have had it better. Have you received your new PC yet, and are you excited? I have not received my new PC yet. It has been ordered. It's going to be shipping out on the 18th or 19th of this month, and I am excited for it because I could finally start rendering videos a lot better. I'll be able to record video footage and all that a lot better. I'm looking forward to it. I've needed an upgrade for a long time. I've had my PC since like 2012, 2013. It's pretty old. It's starting to show its age, and so I'm glad to finally being able to get a new PC. So it should be arriving sometime later this month towards the end. And so with that, I'm going to be ending this week's Chibi questions here. Hopefully all of you are having a very good day or night, and thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for constantly being there for me, supporting me and all that. I do truly appreciate that. And so with that being said, if you like my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. I love you guys. Please be safe. Chibi out.